Don't even know why it's +4 in the first place, man. It's so good. Oh, nice light land kick on the... Another one! Give him another! Reactions! In the corner, the eye, the stun. It could be very scary.
Laz, this is long. Laz,
Overhead.
this is long. Laz,
He took the risk. Don't test it.
Have Dragon Ball FighterZ pros got the secrets to controlling the chaos of Street Fighter 6? We'll find out this week. 2 major events on opposite sides of the globe. One event in a dream holiday location and another in Pontins. And riding high off the back of winning a $1 million tournament, Pakistan's Dojo shows how difficult it is to be consistent on home turf this week. It's the Roundup! This past weekend, one of the most beloved events in Europe returned in Brussels Challenge. Returning once again in a new, larger scale building, it was ready for some big action. First up, King of Fighters 15 had a $2,500 pot bonus provided by SNK, and the winner would go to Evo. And it was no shock when Freenel took the title. Dragon Ball FighterZ was a side event as the tour starts at Evo, but with the top 4 of this quality, we had to mention it. Yasha overcame Kane in winners semi-finals to go on and face Wade in winners finals. Yasha started with Jiren but reverted to his original team despite the fact that the team builds next to no meter anymore. And he proved that you can nerf the team but not the man. In the losers bracket, Kane managed to eliminate last year's champion Belgium's Oniro in losers semi-final, but he fell to Wade 2-1 in losers finals as we would get the run back. But the result was the same, and Yasha took the win. Great prep for Evo as they look to travel in the next couple of weeks. In Guilty Gear Strive, it was part of the Arc Revo World Tour and the winner would qualify for the finals. Mystic reached top 8 winners without training, he hasn't played since April. But in top 8, Mystic lost to Lethen in winners semis. But Saudi Arabia's Slash was the favourite. And although he hasn't entered tournaments in a while, he quickly proved that he's in top form. And he earned it. He was blessed with the Happy Chaos Gauntlet. Winners semi versus Tiger Pop saw him win 3-1. And in winners finals versus Lethen, he wins a dominant 3-0, showing everything you need to do against Happy Chaos, brilliantly avoiding Curse. In losers, Tiger Pop eliminated Jetstream in losers semis to go on to play the losers final mirror versus Lethen, but Lethen took that 3-1 and it was going to be the run back in grand finals. In grand finals, Lethen definitely showed adaptation and made it a lot closer than the dominant 3-0 of the winners finals match. But in the end, Slash proved too strong and he took the 3-1 victory to qualify for the Arc Revo World Tour finals. Tekken 7 was also on the tour and saw players travelling in from all over Europe and beyond. With players fresh back from Gamers 8 in Saudi Arabia, one player followed them and it was Dragon's Ref. The Jin Kazama expert managed to beat Sephi Black 2-0 in winners semis and then cruised past Nino in winners finals 3-1 to wait in grand finals. In an absolute shark pool of a losers bracket, the UK boys were putting in work. And whilst K-Wiss was eliminated in 7th place, Joker would make it to losers semi-finals after eliminating Ao Richie in losers quarters. 2 tense sets, a 2-1 victory against HK Jr. in losers semis, and then a 5-game thriller against Nino in losers finals would see Joker qualify for grand finals. And he would reset in another nail-biting set, as he was able to overcome Ref 3-2. But in the Shin Grand Finals reset, Ref was able to adapt and overcome as he defeated Joker 3-1.
Your Brussels Challenge 2023 champion finally closing out the sets.
However, good news for Joker, the points secured from this challenger event mean that he is very likely already qualified for the Tekken World Tour Finals. And then it was time for the main event, the biggest tournament in Europe thus far for Street Fighter 6, 321 entrants with many of EU's heavy hitters. And Luffy's first offline major went well for him, all eyes on his Manon. He managed to defeat Mr. Crimson in top 32 winners. After such a big result, it's a shame that he wasn't able to qualify for top 8, showing the strength of the field as he ended up losing to Ending Walker and then was eliminated by old sparring partner Valmaster. Problem X got a clutch win versus Akainu to qualify for top 8 on the winner's side. An incredible run for Joker Jokes saw him beating Senior Power, Valmaster, Rikkeman's Barnet and Zantetsuken to qualify for top 8. And an even crazier run for Dragon Ball FighterZ Pro Kane, who beat Suleiman, Poppy and Killzyu. Top 8 indeed opened with a sensational match as Kane defeated Problem X with an incredibly impressive Ken Masters display. While Joker Jokes won what is possibly one of the driest Street Fighter games ever versus Ending Walker's Honda to join Kane in winners finals. On the loser's side, Valmaster opted for Kimberly to defeat Freya One May's JP in a favourable matchup. He then tried Kimberly, Chun, and even Guile, but Val Kainu didn't work out and he lost to Problem X and was eliminated in 5th place. On the other side of losers, Akainu was on a mission.
Oh my god, get out of here, bro!
He beat Killzyu 3-1 and then swept Ending Walker 3-0. The Problem X run back ended 3-0 as well, and then he eliminated Joker Jokes in losers finals 3-1 to earn a spot in grand finals. He immediately reset the bracket 3-0 and was looking unstoppable. His defense was insane, his reactions incredible, and it was hard to picture him losing. But he would be in 2nd place again after his Red Bull Kumite performance, and it was Kane who took the win for all the DBFZ players out there, and an incredible Shin Grand Final set that went down to a final game, securing only his 2nd ever major tournament win after versus fighting Dragon Ball FighterZ. An incredible event at Brussels Challenge. Congratulations to CCL and the full team. And of course, if you want to catch the full VODs, look for Brussels Challenge on YouTube. You can find Street Fighter 6 on Reversal.
Let me get that.
Let's get a good
Right.
Oh, look at that one. Oh,
that was good shit, man.
Defend the North was back once again, the world's #1 largest PC FGC tournament back in Brooklyn this past weekend. With over 500 attendees fighting out over 30 different tournaments on the weekend, it was an incredible event. KOF saw a good turnout as SNK put in a $1,000 pot bonus and Chino Funky took the win 3-0 from winner's side, defeating Crazy Salvi in grand finals. After admitting they were getting on better with Strive than they were Street Fighter 6, it was still a bit of a shock to see IDOM in grand finals for Guilty Gear Strive. Unfortunately for him, Tempest NYC was across the other side and he took first with a surprise Ramlethal pick. In Tekken 7, winners final saw Nene take on Cuddlecore, and after a close back and forth set, Nene moved into grand finals with an extremely solid Kazuya pick. Cuddlecore chainsawed her way through loser's side with her signature Elisa, and as usual showed a lot of emotion between games. Fighting her way back to a rematch with Nene, she was able to reset the bracket, and in yet another close set, last game, last round, she took the win. Fantastic start to the newly signed Cloud9 player's career under that organisation. The biggest tournament was of course Street Fighter 6 with a huge $5,000 pot bonus on the line. And the biggest upset was IDOM not even making top 8, being sent to losers by Jewel Kevin and eventually eliminated by Gentleman Thieves Jamie in top 16. Mena was looking to continue his winning ways after CEO as he cruised into winners final with Blanca.
Yeah, shake my hand.
Goodness.
Dragon Ball FighterZ master legendary Pred made it to the other side of winners, but he fell to Space Boy's impressive Luke. In losers bracket, it was Kaba making short work of the competition as he made it back to losers semis without dropping another game after being sent to the losers bracket. He finally met a challenge against No Need to Talk's Lily and managed still to edge it out 3-2. Losers final was also a close set as Space Boy put up a good fight. Kaba once again emerged victorious though, and it was an all DR, all bandits grand final. A bad jump from Mena at 2-1 down saw Kaba punish as hard as he could, and this huge Guile combo was enough to reset the bracket. And once the win was in his sights, Kaba didn't let up as he moved 2-0 up into set point. A tense double burnout situation post CA from Mena saw a risky yet calculated flash kick take the win for Kaba as he claims his first offline major in Street Fighter 6. The DR dominance continues, but with a new name this time. Let me take a minute to remind you that we drop the roundup every week here on Reversal on YouTube. We look at all of the big tournament results and some of the out there zany events that have happened over the last 7 days all across the FGC globe, condensed into one easy bite-sized package for you guys to keep up to date with the competitive scenes. We love your engagement and even more the support you've shown us for a year now on the Roundup. Thank you so much for that. And if you want to give us a Roundup birthday present, then make sure you hit that sub button if you haven't already and smash that bell for alerts whenever we drop new content. And if you care about new content, then boy, have we got a lot for you, including one of the best documentary pieces we have ever made. That's dropping this week on Reversal. Look out for that. Back to square one. A piece following some of the best Street Fighter 6 players on their journey at CEO, the world's first Street Fighter 6 Super Major. Much more to come here on the Reversal YouTube and of course Reversal GG on Twitch. Give that a follow as well if you haven't already for all our live coverage, including stuff like Brussels Challenge and our weekly events that we're running as well. Find out more information on that. Follow us on Twitter. That's at Reversal_GG. All right, that's enough of the plugs. Let's get back to the tournament news.
Jim Morrison here fighting for his...
Fate 3 by the Sea is the biggest 2023 Melee EU event thus far, with over 400 entrants descending on pontins in Camber Sands. It was a huge tournament joined with loads of social activity in between an event and a holiday camp. And if you're not English, you're probably not familiar with this style of venue, which made it even better that the NA came out strong to this event with Hungrybox, J-Mook and Zane in attendance alongside AMSA, and they were all on the top 8 winners' sides. J-Mook looked strong as he entered grand finals after beating Zane 3-2 and then Hungrybox 3-1. Zane's losers run was epic as he beat Joshman from Australia 3-0, then eliminated AMSA 3-1 and finally managed to dominate HBox 3-0. Everyone was hyped up for an insane grand finals, but after 2 J-Mook controllers broke in a row during grand finals, he lost his will to fight and Zane 6-0'd him in a very anticlimactic fashion. After such a great weekend of competition and partying, it was a shame to see the event end on this note.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Meanwhile, in Lahore, arguably the most difficult Tekken Dojo event in the world was about to commence. First edition of Havoc, organised by Baaz Gaming, saw some of the strongest players from Pakistan showing out. Nothing displayed how difficult this pool was going to be, as Arslan Ash was eliminated in 7th place by Hafiz Adil. In winners final, 20-year-old Hafiz Tanveer took the Gamers 8 MVP Atif to a game 5 and beat him, earning his spot in grand finals. Down in the losers side, Ali eliminated Hira to earn a run back against Atif, who sent him to losers earlier on in top 8. But whilst the first to 3 was a lot closer, the result was ultimately the same, as Atif eliminated Ali and earned the run back into grand finals. And what a grand finals it was. The MVP, arguably one of the strongest players in the world right now, showed his strength and reset the bracket with fantastic adaptation, 3-1. And Hafiz Tanvir was unable to stop the momentum as Atif repeated that scoreline 3-1 to take the win in the first Havoc Dojo tournament in Pakistan. Tenerife GG was a festival of video games that happened over the last week. 6 days of competitive gaming on the beautiful island of Tenerife that concluded on the 16th, and fighting games were on the main stage. Tekken was definitely one of the main attractions, with the Spanish Championship taking place, and it was Tibetano who managed to clear his way through the winner's bracket without dropping a set, overcoming Lane in grand finals to take the Spanish title. There was also the small matter of the 96 plus level dojo event that was happening at the same time. After eliminating the Spanish champ Tibetano to losers, Pika came up against Corrales in winners final, and the Spaniard managed to defend home turf with a 3-1 victory, pushing him on into grand finals. In the losers bracket, Tibetano could not repeat his feat in the Spanish Championship, and Pika eliminated him 3-2, earning that run back in grand finals. But in the end, the result was exactly the same, and the Belgian player was defeated 3-1, and Corrales takes the win at Tenerife GG and the Tekken World Tour dojo points. 108 entrants showed out for Smash Ultimate, and there was not one tournament but 2. The top 12 of the first tournament were selected to participate in a second event. And out of 108 entrants, the first tournament was won by Gluttony. He was able to overcome Raflo and Siski on his way to victory, but he made hard work of it as both sets required him to reverse 3-0 after being 2-0 down. The top 12 players then moved on to the Iberian Quest, and once again Gluttony was looking unstoppable. He made his way through to winners final, where he dispatched Raflo 3-0, and once again in losers final it was Raflo and Siski who were fighting it out, but Raflo earned the run back. Gluttony was proving absolutely dominant though. And it was more of the same, as a 3-0 clean sweep saw him take the win. It will be of no surprise to anybody that Shanks easily claimed the Dragon Ball FighterZ title, but he had a busy weekend. Shanks made his way to winners final with that Kami, and he cleaned house 3-0 against Hoxero. And whilst Sharin was on the desk on commentary and streaming the event on his channel, he had to run out of the chair to go and play his losers bracket matches. And that would be the last we see of him on commentary, because he went on quite a run. In losers semis, he overcame Gumias with Marissa and managed to get the 3-1 win. Hoxero took him to a 5th game, but somehow that Zangief closed it out, and Sharin would be going into grand finals to get the run back against Shanks. He did a little better this time than his 3-0 loss in winners semis, but it was Shanks who was dominant in another title, completing a fantastic week for European Dragon Ball FighterZ players in Street Fighter 6. And that is your roundup for this week. Some majors, some community events, and everything in between as well. We'll be back next Tuesday for more roundup action, and before then, make sure you're checking us out here on the YouTube for more content dropping all the time. And as I said, look out for that documentary Back to Square One coming real soon here from Reversal. We'll see you next time round on the Roundup. Take care, and I'll see you real soon.